We're back with another sewing video. I have this pair of shorts. They're the Eucalyptus shorts from moo.com. I have made this pattern a bunch of times over here on the channel. I really like this pattern. And I've had these shorts for about 2 years now, and I wear them all the time. The zipper on this is coming a bit, it's disintegrating, I guess I should say. You can see my finger through. It's not that noticeable on camera actually, but yeah, it's starting to disintegrate here. All of these like little fluffy bits and like these threads that are coming undone here get stuck in the teeth when I'm pulling up the zipper, and so it makes it really difficult to get these on and off all the time. So I thought today I would share with you like a step-by-step of how to replace a zipper. So yeah, I'm going to unpick this whole thing on both sides all the way down to this side seam, and then I also have to unpick this a little bit here, the waistband, and that's because I have my zipper is sandwiched in between both layers of my waistband, and in order to get this bits I need to like unpick this too. I'm going to unpick it far enough that I can lift this up comfortably and use reach the zipper without it being like a huge finagle. So yeah, I think it's time to start unpicking this. I'm using my trusty Prym seam ripper. I'll leave it linked below if you're looking for one. And I'm starting to unpick the waistband on one side far enough that I can flip it up and access the whole zipper comfortably. I'm using the seam ripper to first only remove the back stitching or like knotted stitches in the corner, and then with the red stopper down, I'm unpicking in a fluid motion. Denim and other heavier weight or stable fabrics are much easier to unpick than others this way, so you can hold the fabric with one hand and unpick with the other. If I was unpicking a lighter weight fabric, I wouldn't be doing it as confidently. I'd probably hold the seam a lot closer and only do a couple of stitches in one go to avoid ripping the fabric. I'm quite literally replacing the zipper with another version of itself. I bought a multi-pack a few years ago and I'm still working through them. If you're a beginner, I would recommend pressing the seam you just removed the zipper from to make attaching the new one easier, but I did skip that step. You could also press the zipper so that it's easier to sew, but again, I skipped this step. I jumped straight to pinning the new zipper in place with right sides together against one of the opening edges, matching the stopper at the top of the zipper with the top of the waistband and pinning it all the way down. Then I switched my sewing machine's presser foot to a zipper one to help make my life easier and sew the zipper in place, backstitching at the start and finish of the seam. I used to think that switching your presser feet was a scam, but I no longer think that. Sure, you don't need a zipper presser foot to sew in a zipper, but it does make the whole ordeal much easier and the end result turns out much more clean. I also used a 90 size needle, which helps handle the denim better. Once I have one side stitched, I like to close the zipper and straighten it out so I can pin it correctly the first time around. This was definitely a lesson I learned the hard way. I match up the waistband and pin the free side of the zipper to the remaining opening at this spot to make sure it will line up after sewing. Again, we're pinning the zipper tape to the shorts with right sides together, which can be really confusing, and I still get turned around sometimes, which is why I close the zip to pin it to the other side. When I have the first pin in, I open the zipper back up and pin the rest of it down. I sew the second side in place, again backstitching at the start and finish of the seam to make sure that everything stays put. Then I closed the zipper again and flipped the excess tape at the end to the inside of the shorts and trimmed that off, leaving about 4 centimeters or 1.5 inches. Next, I cut off just the zipper teeth from the middle, about 1.5 centimeters or 5/8 of an inch into the tape. This will leave me with 2 little tabs, which I fold up and over to form a triangle at the tip of the zipper tape. I stitched that down, taking it slow over the zipper teeth to avoid breaking a needle. You can skip this step, but if you do, I would heat seal the edges of the zipper tape and then sew over the end a couple of times to make sure the zipper pull doesn't come off the tape. If you didn't trim off the excess above the stopper, you could skip this as well. But if you did snip off the stopper, then you need to ensure your zipper pull doesn't accidentally come off, because that is a very annoying problem to have to deal with. Anyway, once I have my zipper in place, I pinned the waistband facing back into place and tacked it down by hand, or you can finish it however you want. I'm doing it by hand since that's the original finishing I'd gone with when making these, but if the finishing was different, then I would have finished it how I would have done it the first time around, I guess. And here is the finished result. If you have any questions I didn't answer, let me know in the comments and I will try to help as much as I can. But that is everything from me for today. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one.